Welcome back, guys. Let's start creating a line chart. When I go to show me, there are two options for line chart. One is a line chart with continuous and the other one is line chart with discrete. Let's start off by doing a discrete one first. I need one date, one dimension, and one measure. And I think the dimension one is not mandatory, so I'll just go with date and a measure for now. So I'll select order date and I'll take the sales and it should give me a line chart if I click over here. Line charts, as we discussed in a previous lecture, are very helpful to study the trend over time. Now this is a pretty basic line chart. Let's say I want to view the details on a more granular level. For example, not just the years, I want to look at the months as well. I can click on the plus sign just right next to year, and it will first break it down by quarters. If I do it once more, it will break it down by months. Let's say I'm not interested in looking at the quarters. I can simply just drag the quarter field out of the shelf, and that will give me the breakdown by month. So everything is good. We have a line chart ready. However, there is one concern that I have. There is a break between the lines. So December 2019, after December 2019, we have January 2020, which is fine, but the lines are not connected. The reason for this is because the date field is currently treated as a discrete value. And by discrete, it means that Tableau is treating date as a distinct value, and Tableau doesn't know that there is a relationship between these values. Also note that if I click on the sort button right over here, Tableau will sort it in the ascending or the descending order of the sales without giving any importance to which month does the number relate to. So for example, in 2019, September is coming before November and the months are all over the place. Similarly, in 2020, it's taking the biggest number first, be it in November or December. So I'll press Ctrl Z to go back to the previous stage. So usually when you will set up a line chart, you will do it to study the trends over time. For example, you would want to see the sales by month over last 4 years. And if you have to study the trend, you will not want to have this kind of break between the December 2019 and January 2020. Plus, you will also want the chart to follow the correct sequence such that January 2019 comes before February 2019 and so on. And this sequence is always followed. To achieve that, you can convert the date field into a continuous one. That way, Tableau will understand that the order field or the date field has a range of values and they have a particular sequence. To do that, there are two options. One is that you can, first I will remove the month from the shelf. Then I'll right click on the year field and go to the month option where it says, as an example, May 2015. If I select this month, it will still treat date as a discrete. It will just break it down by month, but still treat it as discrete. I'll select the second option and it will treat it as a continuous. Now, once we have treated the date field as continuous, see that I do not have an option to sort the sales by ascending or descending order because Tableau will always sort the chart by dates, such that January 2019 is the first month and then it goes on all the way to the last month. Another option to create a line chart with continuous values for the date field is just by going through the show me option. So I'll again select order date and select sales, and then I can select the first line chart that is visible over here. It says continuous and I'll select that. Again, by default, it gives me year. Because Tableau treats date field as a hierarchy and the first object in the hierarchy is year, you can deep dive into quarters, months, and go all the way down to a particular day or date. So if I want to see it by month, I'll just click on the plus sign and then it will first show me quarters and then it will take me to the same stage where we were before. Now, in some cases, you might be asked to compare month-on-month performance of two different years using a line chart. That basically means that months will come along the x-axis and then there will be two lines on top of each other, each corresponding to a different year. So you can create that kind of chart as well in Tableau. Since in this case, there doesn't have to be any particular sequence on the months, therefore I will treat the month field as a discrete. So in order to do that, I'll just remove month first from the shelf. I'll add order date again, and by default Tableau will treat it as a discrete. object or a discrete field, then I'll go all the way down to months and I'll remove the year and quarter. So now each of the month is shown as a discrete item along the x-axis. And by the way, each data point over here is showing the sales for that particular month for all the 4 years. So if in December we have $330,000 of sale, this means that this is the number for December 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, all combined. Now let's say I want to see the month-on-month comparison of the year 2022 and 2021. I can break this line down first into years, and then I can filter the years that I'm interested in. So in order to do that, I can first fit the chart to the entire canvas so it becomes more easily visible. And now I'll drag the order date into the detail. By default, Tableau will take the year and break it down into 4 lines. Now I can again drag the year field or the order date into filters and click on the years and just select 2021 and 2022. So it gives me 2 lines. Now if I want to show each year in a different color so it becomes easily understandable, I can drag the year to the color card as well. Note that I'm holding the control key on my Windows or command key on Mac. If I don't, then it will just move the year field from the details card to the color, but I'm holding control key, so it will keep the detail card there and then also add the year to the color card. Now 2020 is shown in red and 2022 is shown in green. In some business cases, this type of analysis is asked for, and that's why I wanted to cover this example here as well. I hope the concept of discrete versus continuous is clear. It's an important concept to keep in mind as it will apply to various real-world problems that you will encounter in your career as a data analyst. Now, when it comes to line charts, there are a few options available to tweak the look and feel of the lines. You can go with the step lines. You'll click on the path and then you will have an option to go with the step lines, which look like this, or you can go with the jump lines. Similarly, you can add markers to each and every point on the line. You can do that by going to the color, and over there you will see the option to change the marker. If I select this one, then it will show me dots for each and every marker. Plus, you can do some tweaking. You can break the line down by category. Right now, this line shows the sales for all the categories. If you want to have the line broken down by category, you can drag to the color. It will show a different colored line for each category and the legend will be on the side. If you want each of the category to be shown in different row, you can just drag the category into the row shelf right before the sales and it will show a different row. With that, we come to an end on our lecture on the line chart. I'll see you in the next one.